So we all seen the bullshit live that Johnny Cashville, he brought up that bum Daggy, and I think it was actually hosted by that one little ignorant kid up in Michigan that is so lost it ain't funny, man.
Right is right, wrong is wrong. And that Ricky shit that I was talking about, it just fell into the lap and proved how fucked up they are.
Bro, you need to do your homework, man. You were making yourself look so stupid and digging such a big hole.
Those are the same people that just keep flip-flopping back and forth in the fan base. They're just like here and here and here and here and here. You know, wherever the artist that they hold most is, that's where they're going back and forth and back and forth.
It's funny to me how much he's describing Cashville in that last statement there, that flip-flop back and forth. You know, like when Ryan will actually answer his text messages and calls, then he's pro Ryan. He's like, y'all wrong about that man. That's a good man. He ain't got no problem. Man, he's good, man. He's good. Then when he cuts him off, stands him up when it's studio time and all that stuff that he's cried on all of our shoulders about, then he's like, yeah, man, fuck that dude, man. Nah, man, he's got problems, man. Oh, yeah, fuck all that, man. Yeah, fuck. Well, speaking of flip-flop, just within a matter of days, it was Ricky's not guilty. You know, you guys can't prove that he's guilty. To, nah, man, Daggy, you're wrong for that, man. I seen the paperwork. He's guilty. Back to Ricky's not guilty. Is that the flip-flop you're talking about there, Brappy guy?
Judging the case for sure. Yeah. You're right about that. God dang. It is what it is, man. Johnny Gobble, Bubba. I don't even know how to say this, man, but you're supporting that dude. That dude took a plea deal, homie. That dude's a real live piece of shit.
If the government says they are not guilty of that crime, that means they're not guilty. If they plead out to a lesser charge, that's the charge that they are pleading to.
But listen, they had a good mission story, right? Their premise of that live was, hey, let's all grow up. Let's quit lying on people. And their main point, their main argument through this whole thing that they're trying to build on is you can't put false jackets on people. You can't lie on people. You can't put on false information about people. And they're like, it's got to be paperwork. And this man's paperwork says not guilty, man. The official paperwork says not guilty. And that's what you have to go by. And you should never say anything unless there's paperwork attached to it. They did that train wreck of a live. And then within a fucking hour, Daggy goes live. And then he brings somebody up. Here in a minute, he'll say, something that happened on my page or somebody just did on my page. No. He brought somebody up on the page and said, hey, send me the screenshots. Direct message them to me. The goofy bitch direct messaged it to the wrong Dagburn account, because you know how meth heads are. They've got 16 of them. They can't remember. It's always a new one, right? She sends it to the old one and then sends it to the new one. Then he finally retrieves the screenshots of this gossip messaging. That's how much effort he put in to making sure that he put this false jacket on just in time, right? And my whole thing was, I thought we weren't putting false jackets on people. So then today, I see Cashville's fat-ass face on here saying, yeah, man, y'all wrong for that. And, you know, Troll, we did what it did. And then, you know, everybody. And he's sitting over there thinking that he's on a fucking win and on a high. Bro, you just took the biggest L in your life. That week of what you thought you did to get attention and to ruffle feathers by siding yourself with Daggy and aligning yourself with Daggy, you're going to regret this for a lifetime. I promise you that. But I see him on this live talking about, oh, well, see, we're standing for the right thing. We're standing for not putting jackets on people. I said, well, that's funny. Actually, here's the comment. Yeah, you're a vigilante for false jackets. And within minutes, and of course he played dumb, right? And was like, well, I didn't see it. Show me this. If he did that, he's wrong for that. Blah, 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 blah. And then magically, within 10 minutes of me sending that message to Cashville saying, nah, bro, miss me with all that shit. Miss me with your corny ass bullshit, fucking two-faced ass shit, bro. All of a sudden, Daggy has this short. He's coming out of retirement to make.
I know I'm on break right now, and I told everybody I was taking a break. But I wanted to do something that was very important, and that's stepping on the scene and taking accountability and for something that happened on my channel the other night.
Oh, that's what you wanted to do? You wanted to just make this apology to Justin, and that's the only reason you came back? Oh, so admirable of you. Cashville, listen. This is exactly what I'm talking about, and this is exactly why you're gonna eat shit for fucking with this dude, right? Is how do you make this stance? How do you get on this platform and say, look, we're against all false jacket, false claiming. We need to grow up as a society. We need to grow up as a fucking group. This algorithm, this is all childish. Y'all need to man up, blah, blah, blah. And I'm taking the first step, manning up and siding with Daggy and doing all this bullshit with Daggy and Ronnie. Meanwhile, you call me with it. That's another thing, it's funny. Within 10 minutes of me seeing this picture of Daggy and Cashville online together, Cashville calls me to assure me that he don't really fuck with that dude. He's just taking this picture to ruffle feathers, and that him and Ronnie are trying to get this ignorant motherfucker to get a job, even if it's just bagging groceries, just something, man. That's their mission. They're just trying to get a job. You know, the same thing that I've been trying to get him to do, that everybody acts like I'm a bad guy for. But then he goes online, like I said, does his crusade about how false jackets are bad and that people need to grow up, and if you don't like somebody, don't like them, but you do not put false shit on people without proof and without evidence, blah, 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 right? Well, not only did they end their life, Daggy, once again, says a pretty severe lie that I contacted his daughter and his son and done all this shit, and that they were underage and I'm a weird guy for that. False jacket. Thought you guys weren't into that false jacket stuff. Damn how that works. And then when the live is over, goes on there and says shit about Justin Time. Bro, nobody's ever going to take you guys serious if all you build your whole entire thing on is lies. It's never going to work, man. It's never going to work.
First off, I want to say sorry to Justin Time, man. I know how it feels to have those type of accusations. I've had to deal with that, man. And I want to come to you as a man and apologize for what happened on my channel the other night when somebody come up on the panel and started making accusations about you, bro. I know these accusations have been going around, but
Do you, Cashville? Keep fucking around over there and just digging your hole deeper. And if anybody wants to challenge me on whether or not he said he's not really fucking with that dude, he's just doing it to ruffle feathers, and he really doesn't fuck with him. He's just trying to get him a job, and that Ryan Upchurch is 30-some years old, but mentally a 14-year-old retarded fuck. Yeah, so I was working on a car when Cashville called me, and my GoPro was going, and I didn't realize it.